I want to talk a little bit about my book, One Eighth of a Man, which is based upon the fact that the Federal Reserve did a survey that found that the median net worth of a black family in the United States was one eighth that of a white family in the United States, which is something we need to change. Now, I want to go into what I consider to be some impediments to us improving our economic situation. And it's just so interesting that the year of 2024, which happens to be the election year for president, where we have two men running, one the current president, Joe Biden, and a former president, Donald Trump, who refused to say that he lost the last election and actually tried to overturn it by force by stopping the certification of the results on January 6th when a mob descended on the Capitol in 2021. But back to where we fit into this. We are being hammered at to fracture. Number one, you hear all of these stories about news reports how black support for Democrats and Biden is fracturing. That Trump may have up to 20+% of black support, particularly from black men, which is kind of interesting. Uh, and I have heard people I know say, I'm not voting for Biden. He didn't do anything. Seems like I did better under Trump or whatever. That's neither here nor there. I have some information that this same report from the Federal Reserve that saw that the median black family was one eighth the net worth of the median white family was based on 2017 data. There was a later report that was based on 2021 data. 2017 data is 4 years before 2021. And guess who was president those 4 years? Donald Trump. We were one eighth of the median net worth of a white family in 2017 data. Based on 2021 data, we slipped. We were less than one ninth the net worth. So, did we lose net worth? No. What happened was, in the 2017 data, our numbers and the numbers for the 2021 data stayed the same as far as net worth. The net worth of the median white family increased by about $60,000. So you may say, whoa, wait a minute. Well, a lot of that was the result of the tax plan that was passed by Republicans when Trump was president, funneled more net worth and wealth to the top. Number two, we had a huge bubble in existing home values. So when homes were being sold, people were reaping incredible overages over list price. Who owns more homes? Whose homes are more valuable on average? The white families. So those two factors boosted them. We were still left anchored where we were. So the myth that black folks did better under Donald Trump is just that, a myth and a misconception that's not supported by empirical facts. Two, if you notice, and this is going to sound kind of strange, Shannon Sharp did his interview with Cat Williams. It exploded on the internet. 60, 70 million views. I don't know how many it has by now. So what Cat Williams talked about was industry plants in entertainment industry. And black folks are very entertainment focused. These actors, comedians, whatever, consume a lot of our attention and a lot of our free time bandwidth. And he was talking about folks that kind of come to a crossroads in their career and they're asked to do certain things, and particularly the men. He zeroed in on the aspect of big stars that knuckle under and put on a dress for some role, for some skit or whatever. Big time names. Some said, and even said at some point they would never do it. Of course, we know Tyler Perry did it. Many other actors did it. Kevin Hart has some skit or something. He came out in some outfit or get up or whatever. Now, in my book, I talk about a practice in slavery that was called buck breaking. And that was when a disobedient slave was basically humiliated, emasculated, and publicly raped in front of other slaves, including their family, to break them and to send the message that this can happen to you too if you get out of line. Well, to be honest with you, I look at the emasculation of these revered figures in our culture. I put it on that dress as buck breaking because we live in a electronic media driven culture. So all you have to do if you're on the other side to remind someone, here's your hero, you put up that photo, that meme or whatever of them in that dress. Oh, they don't look so tough now. They don't look so big now. They don't look so strong now. You have immediately emasculated that person forever. They agreed to it. They signed the contract. They took the money. So they put themselves out there to be buck broken on a continuing basis in front of the black community. The other thing is scandals came out in all kind of areas, including the church. Revered pastor. At the beginning, it died down later on. In the beginning, all these salacious stories came out about this pastor being with one of our entertainment moguls, record moguls, who was having allegedly all these parties and had been taking advantage of people in various ways, men and women, throughout his career. And up pops the name of this religious leader. People were just gobsmacked. They were confused, heartbroken. But you notice how the media machine works. That got suppressed. It went down. Matter of fact, you don't even hardly hear anything about it right now. That's another buck breaking emasculation episode. Hey, look, even the man you think is going to direct you to heaven, we got him too. And then the person, all the rumors around it, got just, slammed. Now all of a sudden everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of, well, he's always been doing this and he uses these women, he uses these men, and if these people want to get to where they want to go, they got to do what this person wants. it just continues. But I don't think it's any coincidence that all of this type of scandal and the whole blow up is happening now, 2024, election year, with a man trying to get back in the White House as a shield because he has so many problems. You know, there's a song about 99 problems. Well, he probably has 99 problems. He's got 91 criminal indictments and some civil losses, owes over $500 million from being found liable from everything from sexual assault, defamation, and business fraud. Well, yeah, I would say 99 problems is accurate, if not understating it. So, but what it points out, and I think this is just preparing the ground, because apparently being president of the United States has zero qualifications as far as criminality, uh, truthfulness. I mean, I've heard statements that, well, you can be elected president and serve from prison, from a jail cell, from a prison cell. And on the other hand, if you have a felony and you're free, in most places, you can't even vote. So the qualifications to vote are more stringent than the qualifications to be president from a criminal background standpoint. Think about that. And think about all of these revered figures in the black community all of a sudden just getting their reputations ruined and smeared and breaking the confidence that people had them. And you add that to the poison pills that have been injected into the black community. Well, I say poison pills, I mean people that come out of nowhere and all of a sudden they're popular. They're role models, often negative role models that distract black folks from the task they need to be focused on, and that is getting out of this 1/8 of a man status. We have a particular person, I'm not going to call a name, but I didn't even know who this was. Just standing on stage, I'm watching them. Their name is broadcast everywhere. Um, very, uh, what I would call negative qualities being displayed, rapping, barefoot, uh, pregnant, um, even admitting to selling her body while she's supposed to be this big time entertainment star. It's just it's just amazing. And our children are watching this going and singing those songs. I mean, probably know every word to every lyric, and having true superstars boosting this person up and verifying their legitimacy to be there. And they are a absolute negative influence on young people, keeping their minds focused on what they need to do to not end up being 1/8 or 1/9 of the net worth of a white person their age. So I don't believe in just random consequences or random acts. Some of this is planned, and it just depends on who you are as to whether it affects you positively or negatively. But keep your eyes open, and parents, you need to push back.